Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you're all doing great. So what I want to do today is I want to update you guys on the Krisk tournament. I want to hear from you all how your tournament is going, whatever bracket you're in. And then I want to jump into talking about kind of a few things I'm doing inside my account that's going to do good for now, set me up possibly to burst later on, and then set me up for possible future events as well. But before we get into that, I want to talk about a mistake that I made last night. And that was going to sleep. Now, before you type in the comments, oh, if you're so worried about Krisk, you're worried about going to sleep, then you got your priorities wrong. Wait a second, this was more of a mistake than just one reason. So I didn't actually plan to lay down and go to sleep. I laid down on my arm and I woke up and I was pretty sure I lost my arm. I guess I was laying my head on my arm, but I woke up and went to roll my shoulder over and my arm just flopped over to the other side. I don't know if you guys ever felt that. I imagine you had, but for a solid 10 seconds, I was more than convinced that I had lost access to my arm. Now that's a big deal because you need your arms, but also because RSL Helper, in case you guys don't know, does a lot of stuff. It does a whole lot of stuff. But one thing it won't do is level your champions. And it was my right arm that did that. So if my right arm, I lost access to it, do you guys know how hard it would be for me to feed and upgrade my champions with only my left arm? Yeah, it'd been pretty painful. Which, speaking of pain, once your feeling comes back to my arm, once it starts coming back, you get like those tingly sensations. Same thing if your leg goes to sleep and you stand up and try to walk on it. You like kind of don't want to walk, you want to fall down or something. Hey, luckily, my right arm has all the feeling back. I can rank up my champions because boy, oh boy, we have been ranking up a lot of champions today. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. You see these 3 stars, you see these 2 stars and 1-star champions? Well, there's no 1-star champions. So I got a lot of space. Before this event, I had all my space in my main storage as well as my vault fully complete. Now we're really whittling it down and I really like this. So this is what I want to do. This is the plus, the huge benefit of this event is that all the kind of like ugly levels of my champions, I'm kind of starting to get them maxed out, taking champions, ranking them up, leaving people at a level that looks more appealing, more aesthetically appealing. Now, if you're looking at my account and thinking, Ty, you don't have OCD, you have more red dots than I've ever seen in my life, and you're complaining about your vault not looking organized. Hey, I want this to look organized, okay? I want this to look good, and this is the perfect time to do that. I can go ahead and get these champions taken up. I'm thinking I'm going to take my faction guardians to maybe 50, not 100% sure, but let's look at all this. So what I've been doing, the reason why I have so many of these 1-star, 2-star champions leveled up in my inventory right now is because I went through all of my 4-star, all my 3-star, my 5 stars are leveled up, starting to put those into 6-star champions, but I've been doing a lot of mystery shard openings. Speaking of, I'll go ahead and do that while we're doing this video. One thing I need to stress to you guys, please, 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 if you're pushing for Krisk, if you're pushing for Mashal, Mountain King, even Royal Guard, and you're thinking, I'm doing great right now, you're doing Nightmare Campaign, which is an amazing way to get experience, excellent way, right? You're getting a lot of experience if you're doing it quick. The only thing you're missing out on is mystery shards, and that screwed me during the Cernic event. Well, alongside of other things during the Cernic event, but that was one of the big things that messed me up, is that when I was doing Nightmare Campaign so much, I actually ran out of mystery shards because I was doing so much Nightmare Campaign. There comes a point in your leveling journey where you have to switch over to leveling 1-star champions. And if you do what I did then, I was one, doing Nightmare Campaign, but I was also going in here, which is something I do a lot of times, but during these kinds of events, if you're in an intense bracket, you really don't want to do this. I would go down here to 1-star champions. I would feed a bunch of them, maybe even give them 1 brew and then just feed 3 of them because that takes them to level 10. Maybe I'd do this sometimes, but it's a bad idea because while at first it seems okay, if you're really close with somebody in your bracket, it definitely comes back to bite you. So let me show you guys where I'm at currently in my bracket. I actually, well, with the whole falling asleep last night thing, the second I regained consciousness in my arm, if you can call it that, I jumped on the bracket because I was like, oh man, I wonder if the second place guy's pushing, which TK, I'm not for sure if you're pushing or not, but I'm paranoid, okay? An ex-Cernic loss victim. So I'm just kidding. I'm being a little bit exaggerative here, but in all seriousness, I had this stuff saved up for a long time, so I am going to push. I'm currently sitting down here at 23 on the global leaderboards with 90 or 107,000 points. So I'll push some more throughout the day. That's the thing with bursting. If you burst heavy in the beginning, I got to expect to be able to burst towards the end as well, because I mean, we're not even halfway through this event. We're literally only just a little bit above a day into this event. So I've put up all these points in a day. There's nothing telling me that the guy below me can't do the exact same thing, right? I'm easily within distance of him to 5 days and 11 hours. He can more than easily shoot. Now, not necessarily easy. It depends on how much resources he has, but it's more than possible for him to shoot up to there, right? So basically what I'm doing, going through my champions, is I'm going through 1-star champions, running them one time through Nightmare Campaign. I'll show you guys real quick how this works. This is actually extremely efficient. It's actually extremely, I like the way this looks, okay? So if you have the experience boost at the double XP, if you have the 2x XP booster, which you always should have, if you have the raid card on as well, if you take these champs through, not with Fellhound, do not do it with Fellhound because he is not the farmer for this, but if you run them through Nightmare Campaign one time on 12.6, they go from level 1 to level 10. It's like the perfect amount of experience, and I really like it. I don't think it works if you don't have the raid card on, but it makes it very easy to level them. Now, going through and ranking them up is not the easiest thing to do because you have a lot of champions to rank up. But this is the benefit of bursting early on. Now, you could do this the other way. You could definitely do this early on and then save the burst for later if needed. But see, they're all level 10. So right now, I can just leave these on. I can do this fairly casual, fairly easy to do. 27 points, pretty easy. And then I get all the rank ups from there. Pretty low resources. I get the mystery shards. Basically, what I've been doing is I'll do 1 stars through, that should have been Nightmare, right? Was that Brutal? Did they just get fully leveled? No, there's no way. It's definitely a Nightmare. Like, why did it go back to Brutal? Either way, Nightmare 12.6, that's what it was. Because I don't do Brutal 12.6 anyways. But now I'm curious. But that's what I've been doing. Now, anything past 1 stars, I got to make for sure that was the case, guys. I got myself questioning what's even going on, even though I've been doing this all day long. But that's what I've been doing, okay? So I'll do that with 1 stars. Now 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, anything above that. It kind of depends on where I'm at in mystery shards. I'm getting to the point now where I'm pretty low, so I kind of want to go back and start doing a lot more brutal. So what I've been doing is doing anything other than 1 stars in brutal campaign, just because I need those mystery shards. I went into this event with 900 mystery shards, and since I have so much space, I really gotta be careful with them because right now, they seem safe. Like you might be looking at 493. It's definitely not a crazy amount like a lot of people have. Like people out there have 17,000, 15,000, insane numbers of mystery shards. I don't do a ton of campaign throughout the week, normal everyday things. So this is where my mystery shards are looking. I got to really make sure that I balance this because if you run out of mystery shards, somebody will. Somebody watching this video is probably going to run out of them and you're going to be kicking yourself, especially if you're in a tight bracket because what that means is you either have to 1, whale out on ancient shards or 2, come in here and whale out on refreshes. Spam the refresh, buying these mystery shards, which is something you should probably do anyways. Not the spamming the refresh, but coming in here, buying some of these mystery shards, buying some of these champions, buying this stuff, because back to Sir Nick, memories of the past, I was having to come in here, buy absolutely everything, refresh. Definitely address the issue, the possible issue before it even becomes an issue, right? Now, let's go in here just for the fun of it. Let's see what I've accomplished, okay? First off, Sir Nick, we got him level 60, 6 star, fully ranked up. He was like the first person I did, okay? Got him fully maxed out. Hopefully he was gonna give me the luck to go ahead and win this event. But let's see how many 60s I have, or better yet, 6-star champions that I have currently. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So we have 30 there. I gotta be careful because some of these are not ones I did recently. So 30, and then we have a few more in here, I believe. 30, and you'll notice some of these, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37. So 37 brand new 6-star champions as of yesterday. Now you'll notice these champs in here. These ones, 6-star, I'm not gonna level them. I don't really have any need to level these just yet. You'll notice I've ascended some champs. I ran out of ascension potions to ascend the rest, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. It doesn't give a ton of points, but it gives you some. So if you want a little bit of extra points, go ahead and ascend them. I'm going to work on taking champions to 6-star who are beneficial, valuable for my account, but I may not need them right now. I don't know why I have a Diabolus at 6-star. Probably really no reason other than, well, I guess she's probably more valuable than this Pixneal over here, isn't she? But either way, I'm going to take the champions to 6-star and leave them in the vault because I'm in a good spot in my tournament, right? I'm pretty wide margin ahead. So I'm going to take them to 6-star, leave them there, put them in my vault. So eventually, if I want to level them up, I'll just run them through Minotaur, get their masteries and their leveling done at the same time. But if I don't want to level them, and if I'm still playing Raid Shadow Legends, when the next champion training event happens like this, then I'll be set up, right? Maybe it's for a Hegemon, maybe it's for a Siphi. If it's for a Hegemon, that is going to be brutal. I imagine it's going to be even higher points than this because Krisk, while he's a great champion overall, he's not like a top tier PvP champion. And once you get to a certain point in the game, anything PvE, like PvP is where the big whales spend their time, the big whales focus, because a lot of PvE content can be completed without spending a bunch of money, right? Like you can complete it all free to play. You just had to play for a long time. Like obviously, if you just started the game up last year, doing everything free to play, probably not very possible. But if you played back when the raid first released, you could do it all free to play, the PvE content, but placing in Platinum Arena, doing high end PvP content against whales is much more difficult. And if they would have placed a champion who's an arena top tier champion in the champion train brackets, it would have been an absolute, well, worse points than this is right now. You would see all the whales coming out. It would be even crazier. This is crazy. This is definitely getting crazy with this top leaderboard position, 171,000 in second place, 238. These are insane numbers, right? But if there was a PvP champion, it'd be even crazier. But either way, guys, hopefully those little tips, those little things that I'm doing on my account, basically, still doing a bunch of grinding. I'm going to do a lot of campaign grinding. I may even jump in and start doing some spider farming with a solo spider farmer being, I think, Tyrant is who I'm using right now. My Crypt King Grawl is in different gear for stage 24 or 25. So right now, I'm going to use Tyrant. I may do some more solo farming with him for a little bit of experience, some extra silver. May do some more. I will be definitely doing some more campaign, but slower leveling, more relaxed leveling. Throughout the event, I have quite a bit of energy saved up. I'm not going to show that because Mr. TK may be watching me on these videos. So I got to be careful with how much I expose because Elvin, the guy in the Sir Nick event, he waited to the last minute and then he blew all of his points. He caught up, gave me a heart attack basically. But either way, guys, that's what's going on here. Hope you all enjoyed. That's what I'm going to be working on. Some slow grinding, maybe some preparation for the next event. But if not, we'll be ready to burst. We'll be ready to burst to the end. We got some brews saved up. We ain't got no more chickens, but we got some brews saved up. I'll go ahead and leak this. 883. So we got a little bit, all right? I'm being pretty transparent. Here. Not going to show the inbox though. We got to keep that one a secret. But either way, we got 2,330 gems. So we are stocked up on the gems. No, I'm just kidding. We actually pretty terribly low on those. But either way, guys, thank you all very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.